Hey, what's going on? What's going on? How you doing, Tracy?
Um, Pretty good. So much busier than I thought I was gonna be today. But pretty good otherwise. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Today I woke up and then I was watching The Circle on Netflix. I watched that. I watched episode 1 through 8. I haven't rewatched episode 1 to 4 because I took notes on it, but it was slappy. I ain't like the notes, so I took it over. Like 1 to 8. And so when we talk about it this Sunday, we're gonna talk about it a little bit tonight if anybody want to talk about it. About the episode, and I said, the season 2, it got a lot more twists and turns than the first season, so it makes it more very interesting. Interesting. Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay.
enjoyed it. Everything.
How long is what you know? So I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen The Circle,
Hmm.
but if you tell me you watch 8 episodes in a day, how long are the episodes?
The episode, the episode is like 45 minutes to
Oh, okay,
50
okay.
minutes
Oh, it's
each.
not. So it's not
It's
like a Marriage at First Sight where it's like 2 hours.
Oh no, no, no! Each
Oh,
episode is like 50 something minutes is everything, and
okay, okay,
it's
okay,
interesting. It's like
okay, okay.
social media competition that you don't see each other. You interact. The only way you interact with each other is through a TV, and it's called a circle. And your profile and what you
So
say.
is it like Love is Blind?
It's kind of like Love is Blind. It's like everybody's in their own room and
Uh huh.
they talk through a TV screen, and that's
Okay.
how you interact with each other. You do not know each other. You do not see each other, and you only go interactive based on what you say to each other. Make alliances. You can play the game. You can be yourself. You can be a catfish, anything, and it's like strategy. And then after that, it's like a popularity contest. Cause the winner of this thing will win $100,000, but based on the popularity, it's like how well are you liked from the people that you compete against. So it's like it's interesting. And then like after a couple, they started with 8 people, and after a couple of conversations and group chats and parties, they do a rating from the best to the last, and usually the top two will make. Hey, this 42, how you doing? What's going on?
Wait. So how do they party if they can't see each other? Is it like a Zoom party?
No, it's like in their own. Hey, Alec. Um, Miss Forty still say Tracy's Miss Forty still say hey. Um,
Hey.
no, it's like it's their own thing. They have it's crazy. They get them in
Oh, it's
prop.
a Zoom
They dance
party.
in their own. They dance in their own room and everything, but they can't see each other. So it's like it's crazy. And then they got like
It's a
different
Zoom party. It's a Zoom party.
different competitions and stuff like that.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna watch it. I know.
and
Look,
yeah, watch season 1 first, and then you get into season 2 because season 1 gives you
listen.
an idea of what it is.
I figured that I was like, oh, okay, if we're gonna be reviewing it, I figured I'll watch it. But then I was like, oh, but now you're like, oh no, I don't watch 1 through 8. I'm like 1 through 8.
Yeah.
Dang.
Thank you. Oh yeah, we're trucking 20. Yes, Tiffany. Hey. Trucking. Yeah, yeah, I watched 1 to 8 because I did watch because coming on this season is like every 4 episodes revealed at the same time. And
Oh. Oh, I
so
like that.
13 episodes, and I think it started last week, episode 1 to 4. No, 2 weeks ago. I did episode 1 4. Last week was 5 to 8. This week will be 9 to 12, and then the following week after that will be the finale, and that's
Okay.
what.
You know what? I do like shows that you can kind of binge watch.
Hmm.
Because that is my preferred way to watch shows is to binge watch them.
Yeah,
Because I don't like waiting till next week. I'm like, man, can we just
yeah,
hurry this along?
yeah. You're interested,
Like,
right?
especially with like competition shows. I know
Hmm.
that's terrible because it's a competition. You need to be a little more patient. But okay, okay, learn something new every day.
Yeah, it's interesting. So it's like they got influencers, and they make decisions, and they can turn the tide and kick in the person. Yeah, yes, as well. I've been watching. Sometimes I don't mind doing a week thing, but sometimes it's like, yes, I rather wait a while to come on to it. As platform I have to do what I have to do. But yeah, if they vote who they feel as least popular and everything, and they can vote the person off, and when that person get the lowest rating, they get instantly blocked. But then they get the chance to see someone in the circle. So based on that, they could check if the person, based on the connection, if that person is real or not, and then they get a little newsfeed video and get the descriptive message and everything. So it's a thing. And like I said, I watched season 1 in Circle, and then I watched the Brazil one and the French one. And every person who won those shows was person who was themselves. So it was like, even though some catfish did make it to the end, but the real person won at the end. So it's like, it's good. I enjoy it.
I'm telling listen, I started watching Married at First Sight Australia, and I fell in love. I was like, this is much better than the U.S. version of this show. I was like, I don't even know why I bother watching the U.S. version of this show, because the Australian version is just so much freaking better. I just love the way they do it, the way they, every week they have decision days. Like, so much better. They have more couples, which is kind of annoying, but not, because it gives you kind of that thing. But they also are like, I think they have like 3 or 4 episodes a week.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a 1 hour episode, but they have like 3 or 4 of them a week.
Oh, that's not bad then.
Yeah, so it's like, what? And then they have like group, and every week they have like a group dinner where they can all get together, and then they'll have like an honesty box where you have to answer these questions. Yeah, I like Australia so much better. Not because I feel like they match people better, because how can I say this appropriately? I feel like some of the people you can see like, okay, they really match them really well. And you're like, I can see why they matched you. And then other people, you're like, I don't see why they matched you. But then as you get to know the people, you're like, oh, now I see why they matched you. That makes sense. There has only been a few couples where we were like, no, like that match doesn't make sense. So it's like, let's say I think they had like 10 couples. Of the 10 couples, 2 of them were bad matches. The rest of them were like, no, that made sense. Not all of them like stayed together, but you could at least see that there was actually like some chemistry and some things there. And it had like communication issues or something like that. But I like it so much better than this U.S. version that they're doing. And I was like, oh, I like this.
Okay. And you said the new one will come in September, right? Okay, I gotta watch that.
So the way it works is the one that they show in Australia now, they show in the U.S. in the fall. So we're a season behind, like in the U.S. So the Married at First Sight, like on Lifetime. Is that Lifetime? Whatever station that is. They show the Australia version on regular TV. It just is like a season delayed. So while we're watching the last season, they're already starting their new season over there. So we're always like a year behind them. But it's good because now I've seen what it is, and I can tell you that this season is juicy. It's interesting. People actually got together, stayed together, and they were like good matches. And people who you didn't think would be good matches stayed together and are really good matches.
Okay.
And it was wife swapping, husband swapping, scandalous.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sure. See, that's my type of show. Next.
Yep.
Hey, Sunday, what's up?
Yep, it was the wife swapping, husband swapping.
What's good, bros? Sorry I'm late.
It's okay. Since I started.
You're here. So we get to hear about, back in the days we used to lay low and spread it wide. I didn't
All right, let's take a little break and then we put the intro on and then we get to start it. All right. Mizzle Social Corner. Ooh, what happened there? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. All right. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, how you doing, bro? Oh, you still mute. Hey, Takola, what's going on? How you doing today? All right, y'all. So this is an open discussion. Like I was saying in my last live before, is that this going to be thing is open, so you can ask us questions, anything about the show that you saw that you want to talk about, anything that I reviewed that you want me to get clarification on. You can talk about relationships. You can talk about dating, advice, anything you want to ask us. I mean, we actually got to keep it PG because, you know, YouTube be bugging sometimes. But we can open freely, ask us questions, or you want something to talk about. You want to talk about celebrities, talk about crushes. It's an open discussion tonight. So that's what I want to do every now and then instead of having some heavy topics. Now, just be free and just talk about things and everything. All right. So the chat, when you feel free, just let us know. Just put your questions on the chat. I will show it. We can answer it. Or, panel, when you have anything you want to talk about, let's talk about. All right. Oh, I did want to say, I was looking through Twitter today, and before I got on this live, and did y'all see Little Fizz showed his little piece? Ooh,
no.
Yes, he did. And I ain't going to, I have the link.
What?
I will.
Send it to me on Instagram. Send it to me on Instagram. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see.
And then send me so I can see. I want to talk shit too.
Yes. See, I was like, okay. And people saying that it was small, but I said it's a good enough size. Like people love the big ones until they can't get it and they can't take it. I said, don't try to be a champ. No, take what you can for it. That shit, I got it. I'll share it to y'all.
I seen the video of Tyrese shaving his girlfriend's private part. I seen that. I didn't see this Little Fizz one.
Oh yeah, it showed it. I mean, it showed his tactics. I mean, look at his body, but people say that's him. I said, okay, I believe what y'all saying. But they showed his face, and the next picture next to it have his piece shown. I'm about to say it right now to y'all. All right.
Go ahead, Twitter. Twitter is the real MVP.
Yeah, Twitter is something. I was scrolling. I said, oh snap! I didn't think he would do that. I mean, people say he has an OnlyFans, so I was like, oh.
Oh, well, that would make sense where they got the picture from, or the video, or whatever it is. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh, the camera adds 10 pounds. No, Takola.
Well, no, that camera adds 10 pounds.
Not 10 pounds. Oh. I think the shave is. Oh, okay, sure. I'm about to send this out. Hold up. Oh, let me get on. I was scrolling and I said, oh, snap. And, you know, every now and then I always keep seeing Tiger thing. I said, Tiger, you just love showing your piece, huh?
Okay.
All right, let me show you. I'll show you now.
I mean, every once in a while, someone will show their piece and it'll surprise you. You'd be like, what?
Yeah. But I just sent it to you. Trace about to send it to you now. All right. And, Takola, you said you want to see it, so let me send it to you now.
That's right. Send it to us all. We all want to see it.
It's 42. Let me send it to you. Let's see. She's on the chat. And tell me what y'all think.
Yep, I'm gonna agree with what you call it. It added 10 pounds. That's right. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. The camera added 10 pounds. That makes more sense. That makes much more sense.
Oh, so, well, I was like, I mean, it's reasonable. It's not that small.
I mean, is that all right? So not to be funny, but is that the new thing now that you go from reality TV to like the adult industry? Is that the transition now?
That's what I'm saying. They ain't making money.
Like, is that the transition now? Because it's starting to feel very. No, that is the transition. Cause
what's up?
Because I mean,
my God, what am I gonna do with that?
Like,
He need to keep that shit away. He should be very embarrassed. And you should be embarrassed, nigga. We like this over here, nigga. You like this over here, nigga. We like this, nigga. You like this, boy. Bye.
Yes, Miss 22. That's workable for me. I mean,
okay, if that's work, go ahead, knock yourself out.
Yeah, it's workable. Listen,
if you look in the floss, go ahead.
I can't do his side.
Not if you look in the floss.
If you look in the floss, knock yourself out.
Yeah, no, to go and say what she said. You see, it's under his elbow. That is in his arm. It's like Negroes.
And not to mention, he's not even that tall.
It is.
People.
Thank you. All right. This one says to find black people in the screen right now, black men. Yeah.
And he has a very bad attitude. Let's add that to the list too. So, you got a small, wumpy, you bad attitude. I don't care. Nah. And he light skinned too. I don't like light skinned niggas, so I'm biased. I'm biased in this race. I'm sorry.
So what's your workable size? What do you go by?
Oh, we don't talk about that. I'm a married man. Thank you.
Yeah. You just go.
Oh, no. Oh, you ain't about to come up here now talking you in a married man.
Wait, no, I was about to know. Wait. I was about to say right now. I was about to give reference to myself. I was going to give reference to myself. I was going to give reference to myself and not your boy.
You like this.
Not this. There you go.
I need the story before you were married. That's what I need. I need the premarital story. Don't be trying to play with me.
We can save that because I was thinking about that. I was like, what story am I going to tell? Because I was a little hot ass little sugar. Let me see. But I got the one. I'm going to say, but later on.
Black 22, does he know how to deal with it? Sure. According to April Jones, she said that was the best D he had.
But I mean, she was based it off of Omarion. So I mean,
well, if you're throwing pennies in the well, I'm sure everything lands.
She said Omarion is packing and bigger, so I was like, maybe she can't take him. Oh, it's going to say he's short.
So now what you're saying is we need to see Omarion to compare. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just. Well, I don't want to. No, I just said that if it's you got to do a lot of you have to do a lot of digging to create a whale. So, I'm sure it took more than two people.
Oof.
Oh.
Hear that? So let's ask y'all. So what's your celebrity crush? If you had a one night stand with a celebrity crush, who they will be? I will answer it after y'all two. Y'all tell me y'all question.
Okay, so let me make sure I ask this question first. Right? So technically, because it's just a one night stand, right? It isn't their personality. It's solely based on looks. Is that what we're basing it off of?
Okay, let's do the one night stand as looks, and then I'm gonna ask you who you would prefer as a long-term affair with, based on personality, the whole package.
Good point.
Okay. Go ahead, Tracy. That's all you, Mama. Go ahead.
Why I gotta
go? Go ahead, Mama. Go ahead.
You stay trying to get rid of me. You stay trying to throw me under.
Go ahead,
but
Mama.
You know what? I would take a ride on the Idris Elba ride. I would ride that ride.
Okay. Okay. That's not a bad ride. I'll stand in line. Mm-hmm. Okay. I would say Method Man.
Yeah. I would take
and
that.
I don't want
Right.
early Wu-Tang Method Man. I want adult 45 to 52 Method Man.
Okay.
Yeah, they ain't grill.
Okay.
One night stand. Based just on love. Oh, shoot. Let me see.
You thinking too long, bro? Come on now.
Yeah,
That's a long thought process.
yeah. All right. So well, that the looks performance, I'll probably because look like he could work. And I like his. I like people to dance. Look like he put it on. That's one night stand. Oh,
Okay.
And his wonderful. I can't do Trey Songz piece. I think let's work because more left. Wait,
Trey Songz is too little. That nigga counting how fine he is, how big his penis is, well, how fat his ass is. He's too small for a nigga like me. And either way, nigga, I'm 6'2", almost 6'3". I weigh 210 pounds. I need a nigga between those circumferences in every way.
You know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing because I'm only 5'3", but I've never dated anybody under 6 feet. Like I have a height requirement. It's just that's the only thing that I have. All my exes look so different, with the exception of all of them are tall. That's it.
The tall niggas, you like tall motherfuckers, huh?
That's it. Yeah, listen. Okay, I'm gonna be 6'6" when I get older. My mama said if you dream it, you can achieve it. So therefore, I will be 6'6".
You have
I'm tired of people looking down at me. I'm gonna look down at y'all. Fuck this. I'm tired of this. I will be okay. But all right. So here's gonna be a different twist. If I had to have a long-term affair with someone, then let me think. I'm gonna say if Jeff Bezos is he free because he worth a few billion, and if I have to have a long-term affair, I need to get some racks out of this deal.
I hear that.
So I mean, it's Jeff Bezos because he broke his ex-wife off lovely. And I know how to keep my mouth closed, so I'm pretty sure I could come up out there with a mill or two.
I don't even want a nigga that rich because I don't want to deal with none of his troubles that come with money. Just have a little bit of paper. We don't need nobody that's in the billions because that comes with a lot of issues. Sounds
See,
good,
but them ain't my issues. We just having an affair. I'm just here for a good time.
You know who I would have an affair with? Y'all may not know who this is, but I'm gonna tell you before I say his name. I'm gonna tell you why. Mm-hmm. One, I could talk shit to him. I would be able to be submissive to him without being like feeling like he's taking advantage of me. Okay. 3, he a real motherfucker. Mm-hmm. 4, he big enough, tall, and weight proportions, and he's funny as a motherfucker, and he black as shit. And that would be Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, exactly. You know that goofy motherfucker. Yeah, Google that shit. Yeah, you're not gonna like it. Not everybody's cup of tea. But that would be the nigga trying to keep me in his left pocket for the rest of his life through his marriage, through his divorce. Yeah. Look at everybody looking shabby. Yeah, I would definitely keep that. That would be my lifetime sugar daddy. Yeah.
Like me to cross the room.
For real. Yeah, everybody like, shut it. Yeah.
This 42 said, I understand what you do. Dakota said, Tupac or Andre. Yeah.
Oh shit, Andre 3000.
He was fine.
Andre 3000 all the way.
I mean, I'll get Tupac some posthumous puss. I could do it. I could deal with that.
Yes, Miss 42, the football player, but now he's an announcer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not bad. That's fine. My choice will be a long time affair. He's always been my crush. Still today. Ludacris.
You say Ludacris?
Yes, I do. I said it. But I always had like not so great. Now the older one, his haircut, his body's fine and everything. He's good.
You know, I was telling my sister the other day because my big sister about to turn 40, and I was like, "Well, you in the prime because when men get older, in my opinion, men seem to get more attractive when they get older, especially if they keep themselves together." You know what I'm saying? And that's like you said, Ludacris. You know, and when Ludacris wasn't attractive until he got older, you know what I'm saying? He had his paper together. He started working out. You know, he showed a little bit of a little moral. A little moral standing, and that's what makes a man attractive when he gets older, and a lot of men need to embrace that because when we get older, you keep yourself together, nigga. Everybody like little gray, you know what I'm saying, in the beard, you know what I'm saying, little thickness in the body, you know what I'm saying. Makes things a lot better.
Yes. Even when he first came on, I was his war energy and his style and that, but when he got older, yeah. Mature, humble, fine. That's I ain't like that. I said that wasn't me. That's like still, I ain't gonna front.
Don't front, nigga. Don't front.
Let's go before it's too cloudy. I said mute for there.
Mute. What I do? Mute. Am I echoing again?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Listen.
No, come on. Look, where Tracy at? So I can tell my whole story to get out her system. Because I know she want to know about my. She want to know.
Let me ask you.
Tracy got to know that I came up in the middle, the era where you was old enough to do what you was doing by 18. You know what I'm saying? Not that old, not that young, but I'm in that pocket where, shit, I had my first apartment when I was 18. You know what I'm saying? My first job was when I was, 16? You know, a lot of these motherfuckers don't even work till they like in their 20s now. But, so, yeah, different era, different time. They couldn't do what I did at that time.
All right. So let me ask you this. If you already know who's factor, right? Well, if he asked you, if he would pay you $100,000, would you do it?
Say what?
If Safavi comes to you, $100,000.
Hell no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no. Nah. Because first of all, he got that Captain Hook. Second of all, he's not that physically attractive or mentally attractive to me. You know what I'm saying? That's a no. That's like he might just be like walk up and when he meets somebody, you shake somebody's hand like, "Hi, my name is." He should be, "Hi, I got a big dick," and like to pull you in, like catch you, like, "Hi, I got a big dick." That don't mean I'm a fuck. I wouldn't fuck with him. I would have to be like, okay, let me see. But nah, he goofy as fuck. He's not all that good here. You know what I'm saying? So I would say no because my future is I will have that $100,000 myself without needing a man's dick to have it.
See,
shit, I'm gonna charge him $100,000 for my dick. How about that?
If he was more reasonable, I could do it, but he was too much. I said, listen, too much.
He's too arrogant.
I don't know how to do with that. Nikki comes out there with that because me, if I take that, I said,
birds of a feather flock together in friendships and in relationships. I can't be an arrogant person would not be attracted to me. If I get dressed up, go out, they may think I'm arrogant because I carry myself, with class and dignity and self-respect. But besides that, I'd be like, nigga, don't talk to me. I would make him feel so small, contrary to how big his dick is. I would make him feel small mentally. Like, you don't, why are you talking to me, bro? Come on now. Yeah.
I don't know what I just walked into.
He asked me what I a safari for $100,000. Then I had to break it down. Why not?
When it comes to you, $100,000 to sleep with him, would you do it?
Would I sleep with him for $100,000? One time?
Yeah, once. Well, that's it. $100,000.
Yeah, that'll pay off my student loan. Absolutely. One time, I've slept with worse for less. So I mean, one time I ain't never got to see you again. I ain't got to talk to you no more.
Okay, wait, yeah. Let me reframe my question. Okay, yeah, okay. So he's gonna pay me to sleep with him, right? Okay, so is he topping or is he's bottoming?
I'm versatile, so I don't know. They say he's topping.
So if he's topping, no.
Yeah, like that.
If he's bottoming, we can go there. But if he's topping, no. It's a no.
Yeah, because he can't have me like I'm on split. I can't. You can stretch your walls out.
No, I love my faculty.
That's what I said. These to the pros because
for 100,000. The way my student loan is looking right now. Yep.
Oh, Jesus. Wait, past that, sir. You know, Miss 42. Past that. I'm gonna pass them off to you. There you go. Here goes Safari. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, shoot.
Okay, what's the next question?
Real quick. Ask us anything you want to ask us. What's that? I think you got something I want to ask you. Oh, Tracy, want to hit the stairs. I'm going to get sorry too.
Oh, shit.
What?
Your story.
I'm trying to get my story out. No. Okay. It was circa 2002. Okay. I just graduated 2001. Okay. I had been working, had a part-time job all through high school, just graduated. My dad had just passed away. So I was like, living with my stepmom. So I was going to be in my own apartment, so I had to step my job game up. I had to stop working at Steve Madden and get a real job. So I got a job at the Marriott at front desk. You know what I'm saying? It's downtown San Diego. You're in San Diego. We're a military town. We're a big sports town. So all those things that come to San Diego go through, that hotel circle, the Marriott, right? So this is when the NFL, the Super Bowl came to San Diego, and I'm at the front desk, right? And I just got done training. I just had done my 90 days. So it was like in between, I would say 2002, 2003, you know what I'm saying, that time frame. Anyway, the NFL comes. It's the Raiders against the San Diego Chargers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are staying at the hotel. They're buying out, the suites. They're buying out the rooms for galas and so on and so forth. And I'm at the front desk booking stuff, whatever. The day they come, bitch, my mouth is salivating because all these motherfuckers, there's like the CEOs, the players, the coaches is coming through. All in plain clothes. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who they are, but some of them have like insignias like on their bags and stuff. But we're talking about football players, okay? So my ass is like, football. You know what I'm saying? Because this is eye candy. They went by, checked them all in the whole city. It's Super Bowl, it's Super Bowl, it's Super Bowl. So they have all the advertisements. Go home, come back. And when I came back, I had a note from my manager. One of the patrons wanted to thank me for the good customer service job that I had did, and she thought that it would be good for me to, respond with a thank you note for him acknowledging me. What basically, right? Did that. did that. And when I did that day at work, the opening, he sent a note down inviting me to lunch. And at that time, my supervisor had gotten it because usually you get tips and stuff from the patrons, and they'll send, in a letter with your name on it, badge number and so on and so forth. But he invited me to his room for lunch. Mind you, I'm at work. Remember, when I first got the letter, it was early in the morning. He gave it to me. I went up there, whatever, during my lunch break. It was nothing sexually went down, you know what I'm saying? But he was an older guy, and come to find out, he was a coach for the Raiders, assistant coach for the Raiders. He wasn't the head coach. And he was telling me that he checked me out, and he like softly asked me, was I gay? Because I'm not the most butch motherfucker in the world, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah. And then he went on to, try to, he wanted to talk to me and stuff. And the bitch was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Wait. Okay, wait. So after that, I had to run back because my lunch break was only 30 minutes. Anything. He was just, he was a very charming older guy. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I was like motherfucking super young. I was in my early 20s, and he was older. He was seasoned. He was salt and pepper. He was, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Because he knew what he was doing. So went back to work that night. He came and picked me up, took me back to the hotel. I'm clocked out of work. He took me to one of the Super Bowl events, had a good time. We had a ball. That night, we fool-la-la'd. We didn't plunge the cages. We just fool-la-la'd, went home, and that next day I went back to work, and I got fired. The manager had pulled up the tapes, asking me why did I go to this customer's room while I was in this room for more than 5 minutes, because there's protocol, like whatever you do to stay out of room, you don't need to be in a room that long. They brought the timestamps of when I went in there, when I went out. They also brought the timestamps of me being at the gala that night. They brought up who I was talking to, but I was so young and naive. I was in there with like all the football niggas. Like I was like in there just like la la la. You know what I'm saying? Like love Nathaniel, you know what I'm saying? My cute ass outfit, have a motherfucking bag. I was just like not even tripping. But I got fired that when I got to work. But the trip is he was so cool, and he and I never ever smashed. He is just we still keep in contact, and he still works with the NFL. But that's when I learned that sometimes men, they want that, they want to get them guts, or you know what I'm saying, or that dick, but sometimes they like company. And that's when I learned the type of man that is attracted to me. It is that like grown ass man type, you know what I'm saying? It's not DL, it's men that know that they're gay, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like I live a gay lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? And my house is gay, my cat is gay, my best friend is gay, it's just like they are. And yeah, he lives his life. He's not DL, he's never married. I don't trip off of him. He's a great person. But that was my free story. And I've known that nigga now for some years, since 2002. And he's old. He's in his 60s now. He's in his 60s now. And he's in his 60s now. So that's how long I've known him. And that was my busted open. Because you see, I'm a lady and shit. And, and I don't talk to men unless they talk to me. So that's it. And it was fun though, and shit. I would have done it again. I would have done it again.
That was the story. But mine is that 50. That's messed up. Getting ass pussy. No.
Imagine losing your whole job because you thought you was.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No, but he took up the finances after that. He set me up for a moment after that because he felt so guilty. And even when I got fired, I called him crying. He went down and cursed out the manager because he was like, "You're prying into my business. This has nothing to do with you. We can't hear you, Tracy. You talking?" Okay, but no, he cursed out because they're like, "You were prying into my business." So I went and told them everything because they literally had me on timestamps, everything that I did. And it was embarrassing, but I was like, "Fuck, maybe I should have." because I just lost my job. I just got this apartment. What am I gonna do? It was so scary, but yeah, I handled it.
So Sir Neil the sugar baby. And Mizzle getting the kinky stuff. I got it. Okay. He getting kinky stuff.
No.
And you know the crazy part is I had to tell my husband about it too because I like football, and every time I watch football, you know, it's certain players I look out for because of, you know, their skill, and then there's some I look up because like, oh, I know that person. And then I had to tell my husband one time because we were watching the Super Bowl and I screamed out. He was like, "Why are you screaming? You don't even like that team." And I was like,
and you know,
and I had to tell him I was okay because, you know, the coaching, you know, staff, there's a person that works there, you know, because I felt guilty. I'm not that person to keep secrets like that, especially people that I love. I had to let him know, and he was like, "Oh, really?" He's like, "Okay, I told him the same story I told y'all, and he was like, I was like, okay. Yeah, he was pissed off. But because every time I see the team he currently, you know, is this, nah.
Okay.
All right.
Look at us learning so much about each other.
Yes.
And y'all asked me about that wasn't even a hoe days. That was my player days.
Sure.
I ain't never been a hoe, but I always been a player pimp.
Sure.
I ain't never been no hoe.
Goodness.
Real. Love is a crazy thing.
I'm learning so much. You was a sugar baby.
I'm not a sugar baby. First of all, I'm not a sugar baby. I'm an appreciated man. Okay, I'm appreciated.
He was seasoned. He was salt and pepper. And you was in your early 20s. Sound like a sugar baby to me. But okay.
Listen. Okay. Sugar babies gotta give us some candy. I give them no candy. Only thing I give them was time. Listen, and another thing, you can't blame me because I didn't know that I was attracted to them. Yeah, of course, all the niggas, all them big ass. Of course, I was like, I wish, but I'm like, this is impossible because these are heterosexual football players, heterosexual everything in between. It was a lie because he approached me. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing with the note and everything. And that just opened up a can of worms for me because I thought that everybody was supposed to be, like I said, gay. You have to be in a gay arena, gay dinner to meet a gay person. That was a whole motherfucking Super Bowl soiree in the city. And then after that, and once I got into that circle, that's another thing. Once I got into that circle of those people, that's not the first motherfucking person I met in a sports league that I've spoken to.
Oh, there's more.
With not on the field, but behind it too. Because, you know, I have my journalism degree. Everybody on the field, and because they're human. What the fuck? I mean, it's not a big eye. They're fucking human. It's not a bunch of heterosexual ants in one fucking facility. It's not. You know, but, you know, I am an out man. You know, I'm not closeted. And just like if anybody would speak to you as a beautiful woman, they would approach you and be like, "What's up, Trace?"
Question. So did you meet them during your whole days?
Oh, my whole days only went from 24 to 25.
Okay. All right. So I know the next time we have one of these story times, I'll ask you about something that happened between 24 and 25. Got it. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because for real, I wasn't like that well, but my whole days was 24 to 25.
Oh, okay. I'll make sure to keep a note of that.
No, and I'll say because I got dumped after a moment, and I was like, you know how you get after you get dumped, you like fuck the world, fuck men, fuck everybody.
Yep.
So I'm about to, you know, yep, exactly. And then at the end of it, I was like, I'm better than this. I can't do this. And then I like went on a whole sabbatical, dead ass went on a sabbatical, a fucking emotional roller coaster. I was like, I can't do this. No one loves me. Oh, my body. All that shit. You know how I go. Come on, stop. Come on. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Are you taking notes? You writing a book, nigga? I'm about to, you know what?
Yeah. So I can remember.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Time you have one of these story times, it's gonna be ask you about 24 to 25. Got it. I'm gonna remember. Don't worry. Because I was so shocked.
You guys know
Mizzle
you guys know the show?
That one was so. I was like, what? So yeah, I had to get one from you too.
Do you guys know the show Carmen Sandiego?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so 24 to 25 is Neil Carmen Sandiego. So you can go to Germany, New York.
Okay. All right. Now, Mizzle, I know you said you wanted Ludacris, but we might need to move that one on over because it sounds like it was all different area codes. Like, okay.
I was area codes, prefectures, communities, cul-de-sacs, townhouses, lofts.
I'm weak.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! See, it's this damn new weed I got. It's the indica. It's called Skywalker. It's shit.
So let me ask you, what is the craziest dream you ever had? Recent,
craziest what?
Dream you ever had? I tell you, I had one of the crazy dreams in college. You gonna laugh. Y'all know Brazil, right? The cartoon character. I had a fight with him in my dream. I fought one of the Brazil in my dream. Yes, let me tell you. It was in college. I don't know why I was. Oh yeah, I did. I don't know why. I know why. I was singing a theme song before I went to bed. I said, what the hell made me start singing Brazil? So I went to school. All right. So, you know, I had a brown puppy and everything. And Cruella DeVille wanted to upgrade her coat. She didn't know Dalmatian coat anymore. She wanted a brown big coat and everything. So I'm in my room and everything. And I hear the door ringing. It wasn't bad. Ringing the bell. I walk to the door. It's like smoking. I open the door. Yeah. So there, said, Mike, real quick.
What happened?
I hear myself echoing. All right. You hear it? Okay, good. Yeah, so she answered the door. No, she rang the bell. I walked to the door. She rolled her cigarette. She said, run your fucking puppy. I said, hold up. I was like, wait. I said, Cruella, what the fuck you said, bitch? She said, run your puppy. I said, run what? She said, I want your fucking puppy. You better run it right now. I said, I know she didn't get it on me and tell me to run my puppy. So I said, you better get up my I was cursing her out. You better get up my freaking door, bitch. You better cut the shirt off the door and everything. So
why are you trying to fight Cruella DeVille?
Yeah, Cruella DeVille was for me. Tell me to run my fucking puppy. So I was like, I went to bed. Went back to bed. I closed the door. Closed the door. Went to bed. Ringing the bell. Not even ring the bell. She walked in my house. My puppy. I said, I know she's trying to come in my house. I see her creeping in, trying to get my puppy. My puppy just screaming. I got up. I said, you know what, Cruella? I said, we was going down. We were bucking. I was fighting that bitch. Like, come on, no, you're going to try to tell my puppy for what? I would say, nah, Cruella DeVille. Nah, we not having that tonight. We not having it. You ain't going to come here and try to steal puppies and shit. And I was like, let me come up to you. We going to fight because you not having that tonight. And at that same night, I had another dream about Martha Stewart, my fickle ghetto aunt. Martha Stewart, y'all. You know, I had some people messing with me in the block, right? I had people messing with me in the block. So I was like, hold up. I said, Auntie Martha, listen, they messing me in the block. She said, who the hell messing with my motherfucking nephew? Who messed with my nephew? And I said, I have you. Well, she pull out the drawer. She took no freaking gun. She took her drawers and with mad knives. And mad knives. Mad knives in her pocket. So I was like, hold up. So like that. So I said, I'm on this corner. I'm right here. She said, don't worry about nothing. I'm on my way. On my freaking way. You hold up. Martha came freaking the block. Boom, 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 boom. I said, what the And I was like, hold up. She was like, listen, who messing my motherfucking nephew? Who messing my nephew? Don't get it twisted. I will cut your ass up, go to jail, and get out the same motherfucking day. Who cut? I was like, that's what. Yes. Martha threw it my ghetto aunt. She was about to go to jail for me that day, and she said she will get out the same day.
I would love to have that dream because I love Martha Stewart. That's one of my heroes. Because that's the biggest girl in the world.
We fought because she tried to take my puppy. And she told me to run my shit.
She about the shits, I believe.
Yes. Blow smoke all in my face. I'm bugging out sometimes, but that dreams was the two favorite funniest dreams. Even sometimes when your dreams was funny, you start laughing in your dreams. I was bugging out laughing.
I don't even want to tell. My dreams be so vivid and so thick. I'd be like, okay, I don't even like to discuss them. I have a dream journal because they are literal. I don't take dreams. Take them softly. There you go. Yeah. I don't take them softly. Get that. Okay, breaking silence. Hello, everyone. This is Mizzle's Corner. I am Sunil.
So
we have over here, we have Tracy, and over here we have Mizzle. That way.
Yes. I want to
I ordered my camera today, y'all. So get ready for that. Because I saved enough money on that shit I was talking for the last 2 months. I got my camera, got my tripod, and I'm still debating if I want to buy a laptop or a desktop. I want a desktop, but my husband swears a fucking laptop is comparable. But I'm like, what the fuck ever? I'll do everything from home, work from home, school from home. Mm-hmm. The fuck else? Why do I need a fucking laptop? I'm not going nowhere. So I'm expecting my camera though, so we can do some shit. You know what I'm saying? Get some creative. Try to step in y'all YouTube street and see what I'm doing. I think I want to come in with like a shock jock. You know how I talk my shit. You know, and have my special guests like we all do across the board, you know. But I want to have, you know, in my form and fashion, you know, at different topics. I want to use my broad sense of, you know, besides the reality here in the U.S., go look at everything everywhere, you know. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna work it out. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have fun.
Sis say you should get a laptop.
I want the desktop. See, I told Miss 40, I told Sunshine and 42, I want the desktop.
Why do you want the desktop?
Because I can get 2 screens. Because I can have one for work and shit, and then I can have the other one for my games. And
you can still have 2 screens with a laptop.
Houseway.
They have a adapter cord.
No, that's totally different.
But it's 2 screens. I have 3 screens. Well, so I have a desktop. In my desktop, I have 3 screens. And then I have a laptop. And I just literally take the cord out of my desktop and just plop it in my laptop and it gives me 2 screens.
I have a view of my desk with the 2 screens, you know what I'm saying? My elongated laptop, you know what I'm saying? Just right there, like.
Wait, let's see. You see this?
That's the vision that I have.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Like that, yeah. That's the same type of setup, but I just want 2. So if I had 3, it'd be even crazier. But I just want the 2, you know what I'm saying? And right there in the cat corner, you know, cat corner, like my grandma would say, cat corner.
Oh, thanks.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, so my laptop is here, and then if I want to, I can just take the cord, plug it in, and technically I have 4 screens because they'll all work together. So you don't have to get a desktop. You can do
I
either
think
one.
I want one. You know.
Okay,
So
well, you know what? If you want the desktop, get a desktop.
Yeah.
Who gonna tell you otherwise?
You know, make a cute little workspace. You know what I'm saying, with a little L-shaped desk. You know what I'm saying. With a little swivel chair and shit. You know what I'm saying. Have all my plants and my shit around it. You know what I'm saying. Little cute little magical spaces. Yeah. Why not?
Who gonna tell you otherwise? Do what you want.
I'm just asking for advice, motherfuckers. I'm not telling you. I'm just asking for advice. You can't tell me no different. That's it. Why you're bullshitting. Did you watch the Oscars last night?
No.
I don't never watch that shit, but I do run to go see them fashion. One, because Regina King was one of the main one of the main hosts of it, and I love Regina King. Can't tell me shit about Regina King. Loved her forever. And not to mention my high school friend Audra Day gave her debut, and everybody was chiming in to see her, and she did an excellent job. She represented San Diego to the motherfucking fullest and our motherfucking alma mater. So I love her. But fuck all them other them wood pals over there. But yeah, they were good. Oh my gosh, I just said that. I learned a racial slur from my cousin when I was in San Diego. And the racial slur was wood pal.
Oh.
And I was he was like, what for white people.
Oh, okay. I'm not even upset at that one. Okay.
Like Peckerwood, like go back to your wood pal.
Oh.
Okay. Or call him a stick. And I was like, I've never heard that before. So a racial slur for a white person is call him a stick. I tell them to go back to their wood pal. I was like, okay.
I know you lying. Okay. I'm about to go to jail and I can feel it.
Oh, what happened?
So apparently, well, I make things for. It's normally churches. Just whatever. T-shirts, hats, mugs, whatever.
Church
that
chicken.
They want.
Sorry, I had to break up to my. Sorry.
So the lady asked me for a bunch of mugs and coasters and placemats for like Mother's Day gifts. I gave her the total. I gave her the thing. She was like, okay, great. I'll cash app you. Now, mind you, I've worked with her like 5 or 6 times. Her order came up to $210. This heifer just cash at me $10.
$10?
Yeah.
Oh no, you didn't.
I'm like, oh, I know you lying. So I'm gonna have to send her a nice little thing that says, hey, I think you miskeyed this. Because normally I'm like, oh yeah, you can give me money up front, but I do so many orders for her, it wasn't that big of a deal. And I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just take the money. And normally I get the cash up front, but because I've done so many, I was like, okay, whatever, not a big deal. But yeah, I know you lying. I know you is not. So yeah, me and her gonna have to have this nice little conversation, or i.e. somebody gonna have to come post my bail. Cause me and these church folks like to have it out. All the way out. So that's why I just got the message and was like, oh, the devil is a lie. Okay, heifer, I see where we're going with this. I see exactly what we about to have to do. I have to go back to treating you like a nigga and be like, oh no, I need my money up front. I need my money before I do deliveries. No, there ain't no, ooh, just wait till oh no. No. But then she has another order of stuff that she wants to get. So I'm like, you gonna have to pay me at some point. So let me not get too stressed out. Because I'll get it eventually. But okay, I see her. Give her the side.
Speaking of church, like, people go to church, right? Do you know when y'all go up and people pray for you and stuff like that? And if you want to go up to get paid, whatever, so I pray for you and stuff like that. Let me tell you one time I went to church, right? And you know, they say you want to come up when you're saved, it's something going to happen in your life. So went up there. The word and rest of this like that. The pastor, he was doing a good job. There's one chick. I said, listen, if you gonna be blowing stuff with people and blowing when people, you gotta make sure you brush your teeth and gargle mouthwash. Because I was up there, the pastor's doing it. Yeah, let go. And her freaking breath hit my nose so hard. Mama thought I passed out. Oh, it's like. Wait, I gotta mute you quick. Yeah, so I was in the church thing, right, and I wanted to get prayer, and so the pastor was preaching, and the lady was blowing, doing all that stuff like that. So my mom and brother was over there, so like that, sitting down. So she was giving her braid the thing on me, and her breath was kicking me so hard. It was so hard in my freaking nose. Kicking. My mother think I passed out because of the prayer. No, I passed out because her freaking breath was kicking. So when she was like, I said, no, I can't. I said, you cannot be blowing your fucking hot breath. When I'm getting prayer, chick, you didn't sit down and what was it? Oh, my son is. I said, no, I ain't passed out because she praying for me or what she was praying. I passed out. Her breath was kicking, so I had to get. It was kicking as a mother, and she was blowing that thing hard. I said, "Oh no, I can get up," and she had to stop because. And then every time since then, every time I go to that church and she walk up there trying to do that service and stuff, I don't go up there because she was doing too much. Her breath was kicking, kicking to the storm. And speaking of kicking, you know when somebody looks. I say I have stories. When I was in the street like that, you know when people play basketball, right? And you playing games, and you know when people underarm stink? Sure. Listen, do you have a person who underarm stink so badly you had a flashback in your childhood? That's how stinking it was. I had a flashback. Yo, so we playing basketball, and this guy raised his arm so high in the air, and I said, ooh. And I had a flashback when I first walked. And you don't remember when you first walk. You got your parents got to tell you when you first walk. I had a flashback.
When you first walk.
I had a flashback when I first started to walk, and you don't know your memory how you walk. It took me back there. I was like, hold up. And you know, your parents tell you when you first walk, but when his underarm stinking like that, I had a locked in memory. And I was like, oh snap. After you know the underarm was stinking so bad, I had to stop playing the game because I can't. I can't, y'all. Yeah, I know y'all got some bad stinking stories because those two was the most I can never forget at this day. And I'm 35 years old, and that happened when I was young. Yes, sis. Yeah.
Well, I got my stinky story pre-quarantine. It wasn't stinky. She smelled like too much perfume. It was like when quarantine first started. Was in a grocery store, you know, it's when we first had to wear the mask on and shit. And I'm trying to get a lot of shit, and my dumb ass picked up, you know, like the handheld grocery cart. So it's already too heavy, you know, and I'm like, fuck, and I'm like, I want to go back to get, because, you know, they're not scrambling. This is like, I would say this was like September of the quarantine of this past September. So it was like, it wasn't like too much of a rush, but the lady just came up to me talking through her mask, and before I saw her coming, I smelled her. She smelled like she just went like this with the perfume. She just went like this. I threw the mask and everything, and remember I had my hands. You know what I'm saying? And she's coming towards me. And remember, my mindset is 6 feet quarantine. And what did Nathaniel do? This is where I'm awkward. I'm holding my shit. The freezer's open. She's walking to me. I smell her. I just put my foot out like this, and I was like balancing, like trying to keep her away. And I'm like with the basket, and she was like, "Oh," and I'm like, just like. And she was like, "I'm sorry, but do you know what, bitch? I don't work here. I don't know what the fuck." And I just start screaming through the mask. I don't know what the fuck, bitch. I ain't got no uniform on. So at that point, I'm like pissed off, because I'm balancing, and she's like, and after all that, and I wasn't aggressive with it. I just had my hands full, like I said, because I'm like, white bitch, I don't have a fucking Vons uniform on, bitch. I got a Stussy shirt on with blue jeans and Converse. I would have been sent home before I clocked in if I wore this shit, ho. But her perfume is like I thought maybe she thought it was a disinfectant, a repellent, but she smelled so much. It was like you smelled her coming towards you. Yeah, that's the only time. Stinky. Perfume can be stinky just like musk.
Yeah. The story.
So my niece and Hello Kids. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I am the type where if you have multiple kids, and when I say multiple, I mean like she has like 6. When you got multiple kids, I ain't taking all your bad kids at one time. I'm not about to give you that type of break, honey. That's not about to happen. But I was like, okay, I'll pick them up either 1 or 2 at a time. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'll take the 2 youngest girls. I'll take them to Sky Zone so they can bounce around, play around, have a good time. Because my other, like, at the time, my husband's family was having like outing for the little girls. So I was like, oh, I'll take them 2 with me because I don't have daughters. When I tell you that little heifer got her little funky self in my car, I was like, number one, you like 7. Why are you so musty? Why do you smell like this at 7? When I tell you I had to go, I went. I went to TJ Maxx, bought her a little outfit, took her back to my house, gave her a shower, then took her to the thing because I had told them I was bringing the girls, so they had paid for them, so I couldn't just not take them. Oh, I got back to the house. I cussed her out so damn bad. I was like, number one, she. I was like, if you can smell you, I could smell you. Yes. Why are you sending that girl out the house like this? She was like, oh, I didn't realize she was just outside playing. Number one, if she was outside playing and she came back smelling like this, you should have told her, hey, she's about to come pick you up. I'm gonna need you to go hop in the shower before she gets you. She was outside playing lie. You just let that girl not bathe for a couple days. You can't tell me no different. I was hot, mad, but she was only like 7. I was like, how are you musty at 7? Is that a thing now? Do little kids get musty? I thought that was just an adult thing. What you got hair? Like, what is going on here?
No, Jesus. You shouldn't be musty at 7. You shouldn't be musty at 7.
So confused.
I'm sorry. That's a no. I don't know how. Maybe it's your diet. Maybe you need your pH, balanced. I don't know what the fuck it is, but
I was so confused. I was like, I mean, as soon as she got in the car, I smelled it. I was like,
you know what? I told my sister this weekend. I was like, because my niece, I was trying to handle my niece, and I was like, oh fuck, the baby, and she's like, oh, because like. It's been so far in between, with my niece and nephew now. My niece is like 11. My nephew was like 8, so that was years ago that there was babies. But now my big sister has a new baby, and I tried to put her in her shit. Like, it was scary. But I lost my point. What was you talking about, Tracy?
Musty kids.
Okay, musty kids. Okay. The whole point of bathing, you know what I'm saying? You have to bathe. I would expect a young boy to be musty. This is not sexual. This is not sexist. There you go. It's not sexist. I would expect a young boy to be musty before I would expect a young girl to be musty.
Define young, because my son's 17, and this Joker room smell like a gym locker. I'll be hot mad every day.
Because that's what I like. I would say young as motherfucking 9 for a boy, because it's testosterone. Niggas, young boys come on now. As a man, I would say, but for a young lady, I don't know, but to be musty, you know, musty.
Tell Joker all the time, why your room smell like this? And then come to find out, there's like basketball clothes in the closet on the floor. I'm like, you have a hamper right here. How did it end up just funking the whole room up? What is this? I was like, you didn't smell this? He was like, yeah. Wow. He was just like,
I don't know.
Like, yeah. Like, I was like, oh. I was like, hopefully once you start dating, like really start dating, it'll like really kick in, because ain't nobody going to, you know, be around you with your room smell like this. You shower every day, you smell great, and you walk in your room and it smells like this, and you can't tell? Like, how is this possible?
It's like, it's easier, and I think that's like that's like a single man thing, you know what I'm saying? Because grown men live like that. I bet on God, single grown men live like that, and not until you get with somebody and you want to better yourself or impress them, do you change your dirty ways. Because especially when you get with somebody, you got to bring them into your space. Your musty, dirty ass got shit everywhere. You bring your girlfriend in, she like, that's some women will cut you off for that. Look how you live, nigga. I'm about to clean up after your ass. But you know what? Some people will help them build up, because a lot of men don't have those cleaning skills. Not to be sexist again, just like I gave women, you know, not to be sexist. Some men can't clean up.
Well, shit. So actually, Child's Day. Who was your in high school? Who was your probably your worst teacher, or who your teacher that was the most memorable to you? That is so, yeah.
You say what now? My worst teacher?
Most like the worst teacher, or one teacher that you would never forget. Good or bad, everything. But yeah, the high school story. I'll tell you one. A teacher I had 11th and 12th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Her name was Miss. Hold on, let me do. Her name was Miss G, right? In high school, everybody was like, listen, because I graduated in the top official in the honor roll class. So we was like, if you go to 11th grade, you might get Miss G. So I said, oh my God. They said she's strict, she's tough, and everything. I said, oh my God, I don't really want her. I was good with my classes and everything. So in 11th grade, I had English 6 honors. I said, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have her. I'm gonna have Miss G. I'm gonna have Miss G. So one thing, the first day of class, all right, I had to handle something with a counselor. So I had to go a late slip to the class. I walked in the classroom and everything, and I gave her a late. She said, oh, this is honest. This is my class. You can't be coming late in my class and everything. I'm gonna let you slip. I said, you can't be, okay, all right. So I was gonna go back to that, and she had to have it like she liked the boys to sit on top of the classroom, and that the girls sitting behind us and like that. I don't know what was the thing logic with that. I think she wanted the boys to sit in front because she wants us to be more intentional and stuff. So I was trying to go in the back of the classroom. She said, "No, you got to sit right there in that second seat, right there. Sit in that second seat in the second row." I said, "Oh my gosh!" Now, so I sat there. All right, love you, yes, man. Love you too. Thank you for joining in. So she was one of the type of teachers I like that. So she gave us a syllabus. Y'all know that little syllabus agenda that we get. And she said, if you get 1-0 of the class, you failed the whole market period. 1-0, you failed the whole market period. I was like, and that's a scare tactic. So I was like, oh my gosh, we got to do our work because we can't fail our class. And we get 1-0 all that month in class, and you get 1 and you get failed. I mean, even though that it was true, but she scared us with that logic. So I took her English 6 honors in 12th grade I had for college writing. It's one person didn't take their work. So she sat there. Somebody said I couldn't do the work. And she said, what? This is honest. What you doing? This is English honest. How you doing? How you not gonna do no work? You don't no work. You know what? You can't do my work. You get 5 zeros and a minus 10. I was like, hold up. I was like 5 zeros and a minus 10. I was like, damn. So this must if I heard that, you might just give up the whole freaking classroom. Don't even do no more work. You get 5 zeros. And then one time as well, it was college writing, and somebody did the work. And she said, this is college writing. Y'all going to college. You got to do the work. You got to do writing. Do the writing. Do the work. 10 zeros and a minus 5. I was like, hold up. And then when she had a rule book, she was writing those zeros mad big. I was like, oh my gosh. And her test sometimes was ridiculous. We had a Shakespeare. You know, a lot of us had to do Shakespeare in college, just in high school, stuff like that. So it was Midsummer Night's Dream. And the test was, you got to read the phrase, who said the phrase, who they said the phrase to, and the meaning of the phrase. So like that. And it was like, it wasn't just an act one of this stage. It was a whole book, basically. So we had to memorize a lot of the things in the story. And a lot of us failed it. And I failed it, so like that. So I was in my mood that day. So she's telling me to pick up my grade, my paper. I went up to the desk, and I snatched the paper to the desk like this. I snatched the paper to the desk. I was there. She said, no, you scared me. I know what you doing. You scared me. Put the paper down. Put the paper down. Ty, you scared me. I felt the wind. I felt the wind. I was like, what? You felt the wind? I was, at that time, I was not cracking up. But now, and I think back to it, I was dying laughing. Because how you gonna feel the wind from me snatching the paper off the table? I said like this, and I did snatch her hard, but she felt the wind. So she felt scared. She said, I felt scared. Put the paper down, Ty. Put the paper down. I felt the wind. And I was like, I put it down, and then I snatched it back up. I said, this lady is a nut and everything. I was like, and she be giving us a lot of work too sometimes. And I said, oh my gosh. It's the grace of God that I passed her class. English and 80, 85, 85. I was like, oh my gosh, because after that first day of class, I had English 6 honors. I went to my county counselor. I said, can I get out this class? She said, can I get out this class? She said, why didn't you get out the honors class? I said, I just can't do it. She said, no, I'm not taking out the honors and put you in the regular class. You got to take the class. I was like, she's going to make me take this whole disaster with this lady. And with her freaking, she told me she felt the wind. I was so done when she said that. Let me see. Any other stories?
I've only had one honors class. I thank God I passed that motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And that's it. And that's it. This semester with COVID and the online learning, mm-hmm. I had to drop my workload down to 1 class, mm-hmm. because all of my classes are in 4 units right now, contrary to 3, and the workload is heavy as fuck. So I dropped all the motherfuckers and only kept business law because that's the one I need, for my transition. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna have to slow this train down here, buddy, because I would have been graduating if I got done for this. If I would have done this fall, this spring, I would have been able to graduate. But I already took the fall off and the spring, so that prolonged me a whole way. So I got to do through all that shit, and the online situation is not working well with me. It's my ADHD, it's my patience, it's me wanting to slap a bitch. It's a lot of things in between, and that's why, because I have this. How my auntie told me one time, all I gotta do is pass with a C. You know what I'm saying? And I passed the course. But my ass is that I just want to pass, do my best for myself. And, I'm selfish towards myself, so I have to get over it. But that's why I dropped my workload, because I want to succeed. So I'd rather pass this class with at least a B so I can know it, because I'm not going to school in vain just because I have to say I have a degree in business and this and that and master's and associate. No, I'm doing it because I want to know the motherfucking information. So when I handle my business, can't nobody tell me shit to or fro. So shit, let's talk about school and shit like that. I wish my teacher would. I'm writing to the board of education.
Not the board of education.
Board of education.
And you know what the crazy thing is? You know how many times that I've started my college education, dropped out, started it, dropped out, started it, dropped out. Too many motherfucking times, and now I'm doing it with a complete stint actually in a heading towards accomplishing it. Shit, I'm not stopping. One step at a time. This coronavirus needs to get over itself. Because they just sent us a letter saying tentatively that for them to open back up my college campus, everyone's going to have verification of being vaccinated. And I'm like, okay, I don't know how I feel about that yet. I don't know, because some of you motherfuckers is gonna turn into Mutant Ninja Turtles. Some of you niggas gonna get blood clots. I mean, some of y'all gonna turn white. Some of y'all gonna turn black. It's gonna reverse. It's gonna switch genders. So I'm just waiting to see what happens to everybody else, and then I will take mine.
So, the school my son is going to, they said he has to be fully vaccinated. So he was like, okay, we just gonna go get shot, no problem, because he hates online learning. He hates it. So he was like, the school basically said if you want to be in person, you have to be fully vaccinated, and if you don't want to get vaccinated, you just have to go online. That's your option. And so he was like, well, it's going to be vaccination for me. So we signed him up for that. But we all got vaccinated because my mom lost 2 of her siblings to COVID. And she didn't want to get it. But my mom is also like older. Like my mom is 78. So we're like, listen, lady, we gonna need you to stick around a little while. So we all went and got vaccinated so she would get vaccinated. So did I want to? No, not at all. But I had to bite the bullet because she was more important than how I felt. So whatever. But no, my son was completely 100% when they said you have to get vaccinated to do in person. He was like, oh, well, I guess I'm getting vaccinated because he does not like, he has been on high honor roll since the 7th grade. And this has been his worst school semester ever. Like, he's barely passing. And I was like, how is this possible?
Because I would say I'm gonna test to myself, and maybe he has the same learning techniques. Like when you're in front of the teacher and they're giving the lesson, whatever it is, and you have a question, I'm the motherfucker to be like, hello, what does this mean? And that's my learning technique. Maybe that's his. I want to ask questions. I don't want reference because you're speaking to 32 motherfuckers in the class. The professor is. If I have to learn this way, I want to know. And I feel when I'm in front of the professor, I have more of a understanding. And even like after class, that 10 minutes when you ask those phonetic questions that you couldn't be answered in the course hour, and maybe he's like that, and that's what the fuck I need. I don't need everybody on Zoom yelling and being like, whoa, whoa, and then the professor's like, mute, open mute, open mute.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm like, bitch, I got anxiety, and you bitches is pissing me off. I'm like, and you know how I'm here right now? I can't smoke on the Zoom. My class is 4 hours, okay? And I smoke on here every 10 minutes. So I'd be like, Dead ass. They'd be like, and question. And the teacher be like, mute. I'd be like, is this happening? Oh my God. Okay. I'd be like, okay, put your head down. Okay. Yeah, just like that. So I want to go back to campus. If that means taking the vaccine, I just need all instructions. I need to be aware of all ingredients and things, and I will take it because it's, it protects me, first of all, and it will allow me to go further with my education that I love and I want to continue until I have my doctorate. So that's a long ways away, and that's my personal goal. So if this is a lump in it, we are going to have to go with it.
You know what? If I had to go back to school now, I would probably slit my wrist. Like, I don't think I could do it. Like, I don't think I could do it. Like, I got a bachelor's in communication and human resources.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, if I had to go back to school right now, I don't think mentally I would be able to do it. Like, I don't. Half of the stuff that I learned, I done forgot. So I don't think I could go back. Like, no, I don't think I could go back. And I had this delightful English professor who started out by saying, nothing is perfect. Everything could be redone. So he your first paper was pretty much always a C. Regardless of what it was. It was pretty much always a C. And I wasn't the best English student at all. But my sister, she has her master's in English. So I was like, hey, would you look this over for me? So, I had her look it over. She did some things, said some things, blah, 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 blah. So I turned the paper in. He graded it, brought it back, and gave me a C. I was like, well, damn. How I get a C? When I had her look it over, and she got a master's in English. How is this possible? So then my sister, I was like, look at what I got. So she was like, oh, I know he lying. So she was like, oh, this is what we're going to do. She's like, you're going to turn it back in, and you ain't going to change a damn thing. Don't you change not one letter. Don't you change not one word. All you do is update the date. And I was like, okay, I mean, if I get a C in this class, I'll be okay. I'm good. I don't need nothing else. But okay. So then, I turn it back in. I get an A minus.
Oh!
And I was like, I didn't change not one word on this. Not one. I was like, so how do you go from being a C to an A minus? How is that possible? I didn't change a word. I didn't change anything. I changed the date, and that was it. That was it. I just changed the date, reprinted it, submitted it back in, and I got an A minus. So I was like, he can't possibly read what it is that we give him. He can't possibly. He just literally has to probably skim through it and be like C, 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 D, C, 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 D, 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 F, F, F. And that's it. Like, he can't possibly read it. And then the second time around, he reads it. So he was like, oh, once you've made all your changes and corrections. I was like, I didn't change anything. And he was like, oh, yes. I was like, no, I literally just reprinted it out. And he was like, no, you had to have corrected. I didn't correct anything. I mean, here was the original draft that I printed out with the same date that you gave me a C on. So he's like, give it here. And I gave it to him. I was like, I didn't change a word. I know I didn't change a word. And my sister was like, my sister was like, there is no possible way that is a C. And I was like, I mean, but he was hot mad. He was hot mad.
At my first C, I cried. When I got my first C, I cried. I'm dead ass. No, guys, no exaggeration. I studied so hard. I did everything in my power. And I know my big black ass in class. I like, hit the shit. And I studied for the shit. Because I was going for another scholarship. Because I had already reached my scholarship benefit. So all the extra money was going to go to what? Moi. You know what I'm saying? So that's what my target was. I've already paid for everything, so the return is going to come to me. And I just wanted to keep my GPA up. I got that C. I still got my return, you know what I'm saying, for my hard work. but I really wanted that A for personal things. You know how you do shit for yourself and not for the world? I want to be like, because it was a computer class, and you know I'm a blonde and shit. You know what I'm saying? So being a blonde, you know, I'm technically, you know, defaulted in a few different areas, but I'm smarter than others in other areas. And those are just facts. You know what I'm saying? And mastering that computer class, it was a goal for me because it was very hard. You know, it was coding. It was a lot of stuff in between it. That one smash course, but that C really made me cry. I stormed out that motherfucker like it was a soap opera, like it was Days of Our Lives. I'm dead serious. I couldn't help because you know I'm dramatic and shit already. Even my professor emailed me. He texted me. He's Nathaniel. Are you okay? Are you all right? Are you gonna come? You've done a great job. It's okay. I know it's stressful. And I was like, no, I want that money. You know, fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to. Yeah, I can't go back. I can't do it anymore. I was like, after. Yeah, I got my bachelor's in psychology, and I got my master's in school counseling, and stuff like that. And they said, "Oh, you should get your PhD." I said, "No, I'm not. I'm not going back to school." It's not like I hate it. It's just that it's too much. I don't want to keep doing papers, doing all extra stuff, and I don't want to do all that. So I was like, I'm not going for the PhD. I said, "This is what it is. I'm good. I made this far. I accomplished this far." And I was like, "That's it." And I'm good.
I've been having this argument with my son's school counselor because they was like trying to push him into trade school. They was like, oh no, trade school. I was like, I need y'all to help me understand why y'all keep trying to push my son into trade school. Like, not that there's a problem with trade school at all whatsoever. And if what he wanted to do with his life would have been, he could successfully accomplish it by going to trade school, I mean, I'd have said sent them. I mean, because that would have been a nice little savings for me. So I'd have sent them, no problem. But no, like he's going to school because he wants to do pharmaceuticals. But so he wants to do clinical research for pharmaceuticals. So he wants to see why this drug does this to the body, does this to the brain, and long term effects, and blah 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 blah. Because that's what he's really interested in. Great. There's no trade for that. Like there's no trade for that at all whatsoever. But they're pushing trade school on like the majority of their graduating class, and I'm like, is that the new thing? Like to push kids into trade school? I was like, is that what we're doing now? We're pushing everybody to get a trade? I don't understand. I was so confused because it didn't used to be like that when I was in school. But okay, I guess maybe. So now, my son was like, so they want me to go to trades? And I was like, And he was like, Mom, why don't you go back to trade? And I was like, no, no, I got my degree. I'm working in what I got my degree in. No, I think I'm good. No, I think I'm good. Although, if I'd have known that I could have worked at one of these COVID clinics and made $42 an hour, I think I might have changed my degree path. Cause I was like, you make $42 an hour at this COVID clinic? Seriously?
It's a lot of money.
Shit. Myself, I understand what Tracy is saying. Like now in this day and age, the trade school, it needs to be way different because when I was growing up, there was an option to go to trade school. And as an adult now, I wish I would have went to trade school and picked up one of the carpenter or electrician. Let me tell you why. Because I could have certified myself in both of those. And after I got done with that vocational trade school, I could have went on to my college education that I chose. Me having one of those trades would have been able for me to solidify my home and be able to pay for myself and not having to be a struggling college student. there's steps to it, but they mislead us. But as an adult, again, seeing and looking back, I would have went to trade school just for the beginning. So while I'm going through my whole college thing, even if I want to go to my associates, bachelor's, so on and so forth, even if I go to be a doctor, you're still going to need an income to sustain yourself. And they don't teach us that. They just go to college, go to college. You go to college and you're sinking and you're relying on what? Scholarships, grants, help from parents and shit like that. If I had my choice, I would have went to that vocational because it was only what 8 years to 8 months to a year and a half. I would have went, got that lesson, got that job. Once I had that job for 2 years, then would have went to college and kept that job so I don't have to become a stripper or a dope dealer to maintain my rent. Because that's what happens when you go to college. You be like, okay, I gotta work at the Waffle House, become a bottle girl. I gotta work at shoot up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have 2 sugar daddies. And no, if you think about it, that's logical. But it's how you utilize it. It's not your be all of the end. You know what I'm saying? It's a means to create. And so it's how you manage it. I would have went to a vocational, like I said, carpenter or engineer, because that shit pays. Okay, Jesus was a carpenter, first of all. Okay, and electricity. There you go.
Look,
And,
I'm looking at his tuition thing right now. I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to do some strange things for a piece of change. Like, what the world? I done told this boy, because I was like, although my parents like pushed me to go to college and do this and do that, I still left with a ton of freaking student loan debt. So I told him, I was like, okay, if you get into this college, you do this, I'll pay for your student loan. Like, you don't need to worry about paying for college. That's going to be my gift to you. So when you graduate, you will come out with no debt. That is my gift to you. It's definitely a gift I wish I would have received, but that is my gift to you. So it's been one of those things where he's just like, okay, cool. I was like, I just need you to graduate. That's it. But I look at this bill and I'm like, I might need you to go ahead and do some strange things for a piece of change, because this is
you know what?
ridiculous.
First of all, the biggest piece of change you're giving him is your support. Because I wish I had the support when I was going to fucking college in the first place. Not the second, not the third, not the fourth, not the fifth time. If I had support, I swear, if I had support, I would have, been graduated. But, being wily cancer, you know what I'm saying? Switching your shell. I'm like, fuck that, bitch. I got the money. I'm getting it's a studio, 1 bedroom apartment, finish my education, whatever city it is. I get to the 8 months and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna fail. And then what happens? I bail, flee, run. It was just in fashion school. Only one I accomplished was journal. I finished my journalism degree, so I do have that. So, but all the other ones, I was too scared. I had no support. I was doing it all by myself. So that's one thing your son has is a blessing, is your support. And that's a big thing that the finances cannot cover, is the support, mentally, of the woes, because it's going to be new, it's going to be different, you're going to meet strange people and shit.
I told
It's
this boy
developmental.
quite quickly, you play with my money and we gonna have an issue, bruh. Don't play with me.
That's a lot of money.
Don't play with me. Because I'm sitting here like, but okay, he did get a decent sized academic scholarship. He did. So I can't even be mad at him about that, because he did do his part and he's going to a really good school. So I'm not even mad at him for that. But it's like 10 grand a year. So it's not terrible, but that's still 10 grand a year.
Yeah.
So play with my money, because there's things that I could do with 10 grand a year. Play with my money, and we gonna have an issue. He's like, I could just get a job and make 10 grand a year.
Don't go to college in vain to waste somebody's money. You better go to college and get them motherfucking grades.
Exactly. I was like, I just need just
because punch in your throat.
But I was like, look here, that's all I need. And then after that, once you graduate, you could be a bum for all I care. You can do whatever you want. I don't care.
Like, I did my job. It's on you now. I did my job. What you gonna do with it?
Heck yeah. So he was.
You know good and goddamn well you're not gonna let him be no bum. So stop lying.
Listen, I know you lying. Let me tell you.
You ain't gonna lie. You ain't gonna do that.
We got him into college. He's in the he's in this program to his master's in 5 years. Great, beautiful. I just need you to graduate, because I promise you, when he graduates, I am out. He ain't gonna see me. I'm moving. I'm changing my address. I might change my name. I don't want to part with this. I'm about to live my whole best life for at least 2 or 3 years, and then you gonna find me again and be like, "Mom, where you been?" Don't worry about all that. How you been, baby?
Stop.
That's great.
No, is this wait? Okay, I don't want this to be sexist in any way, but he's still gonna need you when he get there and he start meeting bitches. He's still gonna need you after that. He gonna need your advice. He's gonna need your advice because he's still a child.
No, he has to figure that part on his own. Listen,
okay, this is not fair. You can't do.
So
please don't do that to
mom.
him.
I got pregnant in high school, so he made a promise to me that he would not start dating until he graduated from high school, because he didn't want to be a teen parent. So he did make that promise to me. So my son hasn't dated, like he's talked to people, he's done things, but he hasn't dated because he.
So
made
when
a
he
promise.
does it, he's gonna need you.
That ain't my problem. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I told him,
Jesus,
I just need you to graduate.
Cheese and rice. Come on now, Tracy.
You're gonna say you need to keep your eye on the boys.
Listen,
come on, no, he's gonna need you even more.
I made it very simple. I just need you to graduate from college. That's it. That's all I
know
need.
what?
I just need you to graduate. What you do with your life is your business. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Okay, you know what? I know you don't believe that. I know you don't believe that. Stop it.
Listen here.
Tracy.
If my son
I'm going to go Ayana Van Sant on you, Tracy. I'm going to tell you. Listen, Tracy.
Okay, listen. If my son was more dedicated, I promise you, this joker would have graduated from high school and I'd have been gone. Like, peace. All right, I did my part. You in college?
No.
Bye.
He's gonna need your protection in college more so.
Yeah. So
that he's gonna use
5 years.
He has an option to have a child in fucking college more so than high school.
Okay. As long as he graduates, that made me no never mind. I don't care about none of that. I just need you to, again, by hook or by crook, by choice or by force, makes me no difference. However you want to get there, I don't care. I just need you to graduate. That's it.
He needs you to prevent him from having a baby. Meaning advice, meaning motherly love.
No, I know how to use condoms. He'll be fine. You better figure that out. There ain't nothing I can do about that. There's nothing I can do about that. I mean,
this is so crazy. This is so crazy. I was gonna be like, where's his daddy at? Where's his daddy at?
There's a boy's version of birth control.
Oh, wow.
That's it. It is. I don't know what to tell him. Outside.
Oh my gosh. That's why I told my sister. I told my sister that just the other day, when I go to get my foster child and go to adopt, I'm taking parenting classes first. And my sister was like, they're gonna tell you to take them anyway. And I was like, thank God. Because you know what I'm saying? I know how to care and give my love, but then the whole apparatus of the dynamics of the children in between. You know what I'm saying? Like, mothers have the motherly structure that.
Good luck with that parenting class.
Wait, see, look, this is a mother right here.
Good luck with that.
Mothers have an inherent, they can take care of shit, period. I don't give a fuck how they do, they can take care of shit. Not all of them do a good job. Not all of them are perfect, but that's natural to them. And I'm just trying to give back what God gave to me by being a saved child and being in the foster care system and being adopted. I want to, do the same. So I want to take my parenting classes, but when I think of the children of taking care of them and the whole point of parenting and stuff. But when y'all go through this, like here, like college, what Tracy's talking about, I'm like, damn, yeah, they're gonna be cute and stuff or whatever, and I'll be, you know, I'm gonna grow with them. They're gonna grow up. They're gonna grow up. Then they're gonna grow up to be monsters. I'm gonna have to spend thousands of dollars on them. I can't. I won't be able to buy shoes. I'll be eating tortillas and butter all day.
Every day. Every day I
That's
have
what
a
I
conversation
think.
with myself and be like, man, I done
Yeah,
fucked this
because like
kid
my,
up.
it's like
It's
damn.
a normal feeling. So don't worry.
Yeah, kids are,
Everybody
you
messes
know,
their kid
but
up
I
in
still
some way or
want it.
another. It's okay. You'll be fine. You'll be alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it when I'm gonna check in with all y'all when it happens. What the fuck you mean? I'm checking. I'm asking questions. I'm an inquisitive motherfucker.
Ask all the questions you want. And then you gonna get that child. And that child ain't nothing like not nan book that you
Yeah,
pick up. And
and then I was, and I've
I
already been
read
researching.
this right here, and it said that they were supposed to do this, this, and this. Where is that in the handbook? Nowhere.
Tracy,
Your
you
kids
was in
don't
my
listen.
brain right there. Using my brain right there because when I was looking up the process of being a foster parent, you don't have like a, you can't like choose like a child like it's a motherfucker. And I want this one, this tall, this whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you're a foster parent, you know you receive that. Um, but I was like, in my opinion, I want a child between the ages of 3 and 5, so I don't got to do toddler shit. You know what I'm saying? And I can grow them up. I want options to adopt. You know what I'm saying? I would like a little Indian girl, or you know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I'm not racist. You know, I just wanted an Indian girl. You know what I'm saying? So we can go to India together. So you go find her parents on a travel like a Disney show.
Like a Disney show. I'm weak.
Stop it.
I'm weak. You said like a Disney show.
For real. Like I would do a whole documentary on it. And that would be so beautiful. But don't smoke sativa, guys, okay? Don't smoke sativa. No. No. Don't smoke
Listen,
it.
would you want to adopt? Would you want kids? Do you want kids?
Listen, that's what I say. As a single person, if I was with someone and we both wanted to have a kid, yes, I will adopt.
No, that's not what I asked you. I said, do you want kids?
Do I want kids? Yeah, I will adopt.
So you want kids?
Yeah, but not right now. Not right now.
Okay.
Especially if I was someone, that would make it better because we both could raise the kid. I don't want to know so.
Oh, well, that makes two of y'all.
Not in this case.
Yeah, you know what? The only thing is the wanting the kids was just a dream, like in the shadows. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have ovaries. You know what I'm saying? I have the. Let me say this to be.
You
I'm
can
not
have
trying
mine.
to be. No, wait, no. I have the privilege
to.
I have the privilege to plan my kid. Even when I can make an accident, my accident does not lead into creating a child.
You can have my ovaries, they're useless, and my uterus. I don't need none of them.
I don't want them.
Organs, but I don't need them. You can have them.
No, but the thing is like I wouldn't think about like A, B, or C. I wouldn't want to have a child by myself, but I thank the universal spirit we call God that I found a partner that I know that can, help me facilitate and raise a child appropriately. My husband is goofy as fuck. He is dad as fuck. He would be a good dad, because our odds and ends match each other, so he would, and I'm blessed for that. And that's one thing I wanted. That was part of the princess thing I told you. Everybody wants to find the prince charming and everything, so on and so forth. But I was like, fuck these niggas. And then I accidentally found him, and we going on 11 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oops. Like, I found the goofiest nigga in the fucking fairyland. You know what I'm saying? He's such a great person. But I do believe that you need a 2-parent household, whatever it is. And I do believe that he and I share the energy to facilitate that for a child. See,
I got divorced because I didn't want more kids.
No, we're gonna try with one. My goal is 40. So by the time I'm 40, You know.
Oh,
yes.
I thought you said you wanted 40 kids. I'm about to say, what type
You know what?
What type of duggers?
I said 40. I said, you better start now.
Who smokes weed? Me or y'all? Who's smoking? Who's
The way how
smoking?
you said it,
Y'all know, okay. Y'all smoke because I clearly said I said by the age of 40. I have great speech. I enunciate. Thank you.
No, you said like
no, bloop, 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 bloop.
We both heard 40, Mizzle. We both heard it. It was like 40? Like,
No, that's your
the
fault.
duggers? Like, what type of mess is this?
You know what?
It's a oh my gosh, y'all. I had a good time. It's about to be 10 o'clock, school, Monday night. Oh, it was good. Next time we're gonna do another open night, and I want this more interactive with more stuff, more fiery stuff, and next time we'll have some more like juicy stuff to talk about. It's like that. But also chat. It was good. Have everyone here. Tequila, Renee, T. Racy, Alec, Miss 42, Sunshine. Thank you, Tracy, Sonel, as always, for Monday night. Y'all always give me a good time, good company, and stuff like that. So for next Monday, I might do a poll on my YouTube channel and discuss 2 topics, and people pick it, and the best one will probably be the next topic. So we will discuss that. We had a good thing. We learned a lot about Sunil, learned about me.
Don't do no crime scene investigation on me.
The next story time
I
is
just
going to
gave
be
you a little
between
bit. You got a
24
lot
and
more to do.
25. Got it. Next story time between 24 and 25.
That's our open discussion.
That's
Chat
the next story
have
time.
prepared questions. If you want to ask us any questions, please ask us questions, stuff like that. So, but it was a good night. Hope everybody have a great week. See y'all all again Sunday when we talk about the circle and how to fix my life on the review and the panel. But until then, y'all have a good night, right? Love y'all. Peace.
Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you.
That was me. Before it was you, it was hard to get.